I've stayed at so many people's houses for travel, and a lot of people have stayed at mine. And it's come to my attention that I think we need to get aligned on the etiquette of what to do when you stay in somebody's house. The first one is going to be kind of the underlying theme of all of this, which is make yourself at home, but remember you're not. You are saving money by not going to a hotel. They are being inconvenienced by hosting you, even if they are the most gracious hosts in the world. I promise you, something about their regular daily life is being changed by having somebody in the house now. So let's start with the beginning of the day. Always clean up your space in the morning, make the bed, close your suitcase. If you're staying with somebody where you're maybe sleeping on the couch, make it look like your bed didn't exist. Like your blanket should be fully folded up and put away. Oftentimes, especially in New York City, if you're staying with somebody, they need that space, and you as a guest should be completely out of the way. Like you should barely know that somebody is staying there. And this is the opportunity to bring a hostess gift. Like if you're going to stay with somebody, you should bring something. Any kind of gesture to say thank you for inviting me into your home and for letting me stay here. Flowers are good. You can buy them like home gift. That's something they wouldn't necessarily buy for themselves. But in general, this is your time to start off with a gesture of like, thank you for having me. Which brings me to the next point of pay for at least one of your host's meals. Again, if you're saving money on a hotel and you can't afford to buy your host or them and their partner or whatever it is a meal, I don't think you can afford to travel. Like it's like that whole expression where if you can't afford to tip, you can't afford to eat out. Like I get it if you can't afford to get a hotel room, like maybe they're $100, $200, $300 a night and that's crazy. But if you can't afford to cover the bill for one meal of people that you're staying in their house, I think that's not acceptable. The alternative to that is like you can cook them a meal, you can make them something. There are other options that aren't financial, but it's that gesture that is the most important here. Next up is do something on your own, aka leave. If you're staying for kind of any amount of time, maybe if it's just a day, probably not, but you have to assume that the person you're staying with is not going to be your host the entire time. They're not going to bring you around to every location. You should have something planned on your own and be like, hey, love you so much. Today is my day. I'm going to go explore by myself. I'm going to leave you to it, and let them have their house back, because it's a lot of stress to like constantly be working around somebody. And this is a follow-up from a personal experience. Be back at a reasonable hour. Do not stay out until 8 o'clock in the morning. Do not stay out until 5 o'clock in the morning. Do not take their house key and leave and not come back with it. That's so crazy. If you're going out for the night, be back at a reasonable hour. Even if you're letting yourself in, like it's really, really rude to treat somebody's home like a hotel. One of the most famous quotes in my family is fish and house guests start to smell after 3 days, as if to say 3 days is kind of your limit. Anything past that, dishes, this is just an offering of something that you could do that is not a heavy lift. It's really the least you can do once again. And lastly is strip the bed. This one kind of goes without saying. If you're staying in somebody's house, it's your responsibility to help them host you as much as possible. And sometimes that means getting out of the way. Sometimes that means appreciating them. I don't know. I just think these are things that I sort of grew up knowing, and I don't think that people maybe know. So take it with a grain of salt.